Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm Rith with Thana here. I haven't done a video in ages, so I just thought I'd give you guys an update as to where things are. Those of you that are already involved with MyPayingCryptoAds know that there's been a massive change on the MPCA business. They actually made an announcement a couple of days ago. So effectively, the Revshare as it stands is going to come to an end. What the decision is going forward is that those invested who haven't actually withdrawn their seed money are actually going to be paid out. So yeah, that's kind of where things stand. Unfortunately, they had a major cash flow issue, and it looks like they just couldn't recover from that. So yeah, the business is going to be reformed as a traffic share program. I'll just log on to the MyPayingCryptoAds site right now and just show you guys what message came out. So I just want to actually highlight the Bitcoin price as it stands. The Bitcoin price is still sitting at 1,768 US dollars. So that's pretty good, considering the fact that it dropped 2 days ago after the ransomware attack. Looks to have regained good ground. Okay, I'm just going to log into my MPCA account. Let me just do that quickly. The account, as you see, is still very much active. All right, so just getting into the account now, going through the logon page. Yeah, so this is pretty much an update of my account. I know I hadn't made formal feedback in quite a long period of time. I had made quite substantial withdrawals, and I hadn't redeposited. My plan was to withdraw quite a substantial amount and see how the business was actually going, and then reinvest after that. And yeah, actually, where we are right now is that the business has come to an end. That's it. So yeah, there's no nicer way of saying things. If I just look at my total ad pack purchase amount, I mean that didn't go past the 0.67 Bitcoin mark. My total withdrawal amount was sitting at zero point 0.5 Bitcoin. So yeah, there was I mean there was about, I suppose, 0.17 that wasn't withdrawn, but I had reinvested quite a lot. My available withdrawal limit was 0.83, so that was in line with where things stood. As you can see, in terms of surfing carries on as per normal. That's what they're advertising. I, however, cannot withdraw whatever earning balance I have. I have an earning balance of 0.018, which in normal circumstances I could have put in a withdrawal request for. I still have the 60 active ad packs. My total earnings are sitting at zero point 0.72 Bitcoin. So, I mean, all this looks pretty normal. It's just that when you go to request withdrawal, that you get this message popping up saying new withdrawal requests are disabled for today. I mean, this has been the case since last week, where pretty much the program ground to a halt. There was an announcement made that we weren't making enough revenue to actually be able to honor the members' requests, withdrawal requests. So as a result, there was a lot of discussion that ensued post that. And yeah, so now where we are is that the decision has been made. If I just go on to admin messages, you'll see what the decision is. All right, so this is the last message that came out from MPCA management. That was on the 15th. So effectively, that was the night before last. But I just go through this. There were two options that were pretty much given. Plan A, they were looking at resetting all ad packs to zero in every account. We would have reduced referral commission to 5%. There was a whole list of conditions that went together with that, pretty much that involved members actually still investing in the program when it relaunched. However, the main thing that came up was the fact that the people that actually lost their ad packs, the members that lost their ad packs, that didn't see any remuneration for the loss in investment, will be disappointed and probably disillusioned and wouldn't want to invest any further. So they would actually stop supporting the business. So they came to a decision to go with the second plan here, which is Plan B. So they've stopped all ad pack sales. So they've talked about actually paying out any investment. So any investment that hasn't been withdrawn would be paid out once new revenues were in place. So the business model would change to traffic exchanges. So this would be quite different to what they're currently doing now. It's a revenue share business, so it would be pretty much a traffic exchange. And they're expecting to get new funds in, so they could be starting in 2 to 3 weeks. So effectively, where we are, I mean, there was a hangout that happened last night. I was in on most of that. You could see people were quite disheartened. I would say a lot of the members actually voiced their the frustrations, I would say, with Uday and the rest of the management team. So it's a little bit unfortunate. Obviously, things go sour in business, and this is part of being in business. And it's one of the risks you take as an investor, that things actually might go south. But people actually were demanding their money then and there. So, I mean, you've got to deal with all kinds, unfortunately. And people often invest more than they can afford to lose. And this is the most I think the most pertinent thing coming out of the discussions yesterday was that people were heavily invested in this program, possibly up to tens of thousands of dollars, which in my mind isn't really the sensible thing to do. Whenever you invest in a program like this, you build it up and you do the legwork. You actually have to build it up from a small base, so to speak. So over investment, I mean, that's not the way to go. I mean, MPA had a good run over 2 years. MPCA, I mean, more than 6 months now, I would say. And I mean, both programs were reliable. They were backed by Uday, and I'm still confident that management will pay out. So it's just got to move forward from here. I mean, I'm involved in other ventures, and I think I'll send out another video as to where I'm actually looking to invest and what I'm currently invested in. I mean, I'm involved in mining ventures. I was trying to promote MPCA because I really saw a future for this, and this was really my first foray into revenue shares. And I would like to say it was a productive one. I mean, MPC was definitely head and shoulders above the rest out there. Unfortunate that MPA/MPCA went down the way it did. Uh, but that said, we shouldn't take anything away from the integrity of the management team, Uday in particular, who actually set up this program. I think his honesty and integrity have been second to none, so we should give him that credit where it's due, and just realize that this is not the end. The end would be if you decide that you're going to fold your arms and not do anything about it. But it cannot be the end if you want to make a difference, if you actually want to make a change. You need to pick up the pieces and carry on. And any learnings, any messages, any teams you build up that come out of here, um, I mean, that you can take forward into your next business. And that this is the online space. I mean, it is fast and furious to some degree. I mean, you get some ventures that are more reliable, more stable, and you bank on them. And yeah, you go with that. You go with your gut. You go with what you think is the best, and you do your research. You make sure that you don't jump in head first without actually doing the analysis of whatever you're getting into. And I think to a large part, I did the analysis on MPCA, so that in my mind was adequately covered. Um, we couldn't have foretold this program falling over. We thought that income was going to be substantial, and over time, you know, that the program would pick itself up. But just the way things go, unfortunately, we just got to make peace with where we are and carry on. So yeah, guys, good luck, and please just continue following me. I'd like to going forward just show you what other programs I'm dealing with. I mean, if you're interested in things like trading, and I'm just getting involved in the crypto coin trading market, and just having a look here, I mean, if you look at coincap.io, I mean, that gives you pretty much market cap on all actively traded